All right. All right, guys, here we go.
I don't know.
Our guest tonight, Heidi Voight, is an award-winning news anchor and reporter for NBC Connecticut. She can be seen weekday mornings from 4:30 to 7 a.m. anchoring NBC Connecticut Today, alongside co-anchor Ted Copy and First Alert meteorologist Bob Maxson. Born and raised in Milford, Heidi brings her insight as a proud Connecticut native to her coverage of major news events across New England. So let's give Heidi Voight a warm, welcoming reception and a round of applause.
You can unmute.
Welcome, Heidi.
Hi, hey everybody. I'm so excited tonight. Justin, thank you so much for reaching out and inviting me. You were very persistent, and I'm so thankful for this opportunity to hang out with you all tonight. What a fun thing you've got going on here. Debbie, how often does the group get every week thing?
We've been doing it twice a month since COVID began, just as a way to stay connected and see each other, spend some time together and learn a few things and talk to some really amazing guests like yourself.
I think that's such a great idea. And I think, you know, the last 2 years have been really hard with the pandemic, but there's some positives that come out of it. And this is one of them, like new ways for us to communicate with each other and keep in touch, because now I have baby girls. Well, they're not babies anymore. They just turned 4 years old weeks ago, which is great. But so it's harder for me to like get out during the week. So this makes it so much easier for me to participate in things. And speaking of the pandemic, I want to show you guys something pretty cool. So I'm in my basement right now, and can you see behind me? It says The Office, because that's like one of my top 3 all-time favorite TV shows, but also because this was literally my office for probably like the first 6 months of the COVID-19 pandemic. Look, I've got my TV camera here, and this was this TV screen here was where my teleprompter was, and these are bright TV lights, and there's one up here on the ceiling too. So I was sitting in my basement right here, anchoring the news from home for 6 months. How cool is that? Isn't that amazing? So like with this technology that we have, this little backpack here, have you ever seen a news truck, like big news truck with the big mast on top, the satellite trucks? This little backpack, they call it, can accomplish the same thing as one of those big news trucks. It can send the signal back to the TV station. So I was able to work from home and anchor the news from my basement.
That was like your mobile studio, right, Heidi?
Yeah.
Your mobile studio?
This was my home studio. When you saw me early on in the pandemic anchoring from home, this is where I was, in my basement. See? Isn't that, it's so wild to me that we have the technology to do that now. So for those of you who don't know, I'm going to back up a little bit. I'm Heidi Voight. I work with NBC Connecticut. I've been there for 8 years this summer, which is gone by so fast. And I anchor the morning news Monday through Friday, every morning from 4:30 to 7 a.m. And I work with Bob Maxson. He does the weather. A lot of you know him very well through Special Olympics over the years. And my co-anchor's name is Ted Copy. And we are like a big family on the morning show. We really do love each other. We get along so well. We've worked together for years. And I think that's so important, because when you wake up at the times we wake up, you have to really love the people you're doing it with, because it can get hard at times, because I don't sleep as much as I should. My alarm clock goes off at 2:30 in the morning. And I get into work at 3:30 in the morning, and then we're on the air at 4:26, and we're off and running. So that's my schedule, and I love my job so much. I love what I do. I love telling stories, and I'm from Connecticut. I was born and raised in Milford, so my dream was always to one day be able to come home and report the news in my home state. Because I grew up watching, you know, Ann Nyberg, Janet Peckinpah, Denise DeCenzo, all these amazing Connecticut female news anchors that I looked up to as role models. And I said, that's what I want to be someday. And so I worked really hard. I went to college at Southern Connecticut State University, which was the home of the Special Olympics Connecticut Summer Games. I think still is, right, Debbie?
We did our track and field events there this past Saturday. A couple of folks on the call. I know Jen and Logan and John, a couple of them were there. So yeah.
Nice. And you know what's funny is I went to Southern, but I didn't go to college for journalism, even though I work as a journalist now. I was a theater major because I always loved acting. And I didn't really know what I wanted to do yet when I graduated high school. And so I kind of took my time and I explored all my curiosities that I had.
Is that her talking now, Logie?
What's that? Oh, that's okay. And so I took my time and I kind of carved my own path and eventually found my way into something that I really loved. And I had a lot of weird jobs over the years. We could talk later. Once upon a time, actually, for a year, I was independent, so I flew around the world, and that was pretty cool. But I'm so happy with what I do, and I am going to be. Can you guess how old I'm going to be in just about 8 days? Does anybody want to guess?
22.
22. I love you. I love you. Whoever just said that, I love you so much. No,
That was me. That was me. That was me.
The big 4-0 on June 24th.
Nah. Not true. Nah, not true. Nah.
Thank you.
30 maybe, but not 40.
Love that. I love it. So yeah, so I'm 40. I'm going to be 40. I have 2 little twin girls, Polly and Violet, and I'll show you some pictures of them. Actually, do you guys want to meet them? I'm going to turn. I can maybe go upstairs and you can meet Polly and Violet in a few minutes. But they're amazing. And my history with Special Olympics goes back actually like 3 decades, because my first time volunteering with Special Olympics was for the World Games in New Haven in 1995. And it was such an amazing experience. Arnold Schwarzenegger was there that year. And I think, I want to say Hootie and the Blowfish too. So that was a great experience. And ever since then, Special Olympics has just been part of my life. Would keep connecting in so many ways. In 2006, oh, Kimberly, you have twin nephews, Jacob and Connor. How old are they?
They're gonna be one on July 10th.
Wow, 1 year old. That's so
Yeah.
special. That's so special. Are they identical twins? Do you know?
I believe so. Yes.
So do they look the same? Yeah.
They look the same, but the difference is their birthmark. One over the left, one over the right.
Yeah. So my Violet has a little tiny birthmark on her forehead, and that's how her teachers tell them apart. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
So everybody else thinks they look so different, but to me, or everybody else thinks they look exactly the same, but to me as their mom, for some reason, they've always looked different to me. But yeah, I guess that's just a mom thing. So yeah, my girls are identical also. So I'm gonna open up the so I can see. So anyway, so Special Olympics, so the World Games in 95, and then I was in 2006, I was actually Miss Connecticut, and I competed at Miss America, and hang on one second. Debbie, I'm joining from a different computer just so I can have the gallery view up.
Okay. Oh, do you want me to? I can remove the spotlight if you prefer.
No, it's just because on my phone, I can't see. There we go. This is perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, now I can see all of you. On my phone, I can't see the gallery view, but I can on my computer. because I want to see your beautiful faces. So anyway, so when I was Miss Connecticut in 2006, one of the first appearances I had was I was able to do the Team Connecticut send-off to the national games, which was so much fun. And David Denon was there, and Bobby Osborne, and Betsy, is it Perkins?
Yeah.
She's one of the global messengers. Yeah. And Brian Drexler. And that's when I met so many friends. And I stayed involved throughout my years Miss Connecticut. And I became good friends with Laura Gremmelsbacher, who some of you might remember. She worked with Special Olympics years ago, and then she and I started at NBC Connecticut actually the same year in 2014. So we were like, of course we're going to be involved with Special Olympics as a community partner, because we both love it so much. And so over the last 8 years at NBC, I've been able to do so many things with Special Olympics, from the penguin plunge, which is like, it's the funniest. We have the best time at that event. One year we tricked Ted, the first year that Ted joined the morning show and he was new. We decided to play a prank on him, and the entire team, we said, all right, we're going to count down 3, 2, 1, but nobody run, but don't tell Ted. And we did it, and Ted ran alone into the water.
So Heidi, it was basically like a rookie hazing type of thing.
Exactly. And the best part, Justin, is it happened on live TV. But then we ran right after him. But it was so much fun. So we do penguin plunge, and also I've been so lucky every year, except for the last 2 years during the pandemic, to be an ambassador for Law Enforcement Torch Run. So I get to work with the police departments. I've run Torch Run with Middletown, the SWAT team in Middletown, with the Groton, the sailors down there at the Navy sub base in Groton. I did that 1 year. I've done the final leg into the summer games. I'm forgetting some of them. And then this year, after a little pandemic break, I was able to come back and do Hampton in Simsbury. We ran with them 2 weeks ago. So Torch Run is amazing. I love Torch Run. And I think it's so special, the relationship the police officers have with the athletes and the support that they give to Special Olympics year round. So that's just incredible. So I'm really happy my job allows me to be with organizations that I feel really passionate about. And I love Special Olympics. And now I am a mom to 2 little girls with autism. So who knows, maybe they'll end up participating in Special Olympics, which would be so cool. They just turned 4, so I'm not sure how old you have to be to get started, but that makes me happy because I know that they're going to make such awesome friends. And what else? I'm also really involved with pet rescue and adoption. I love animals so much. And one of my jobs at NBC is every Sunday, I host our Pet of the Week segment. So we feature a different adoptable animal from the Connecticut Humane Society. And then once a year, we have our big Clear the Shelters event, when we have all these shelter animal rescue partners throughout the state. And we make a big push to get as many animals adopted in one weekend as we can. And it's actually a nationwide NBC project. And over the years we've been doing it, hundreds of thousands of animals have found their forever homes through that initiative. So I'm really proud of that. So yeah, so that's what I do. And I feel fortunate.
Heidi, can I say something really quick?
Please do. Yeah.
Now, last night on Facebook, you gave me the top fan thing on Facebook.
Yes.
And I was going into it further, and I just wanted to know that one of the pet rescues that you follow on Facebook, and in general, the Wolfgang, is actually run by my cousins, Donna Bariza and Nick Bariza, and their 2 daughters, Emma and Addison, out of South Windsor.
What a small world, Justin. That's amazing. The Wolfgang does awesome work, and I love following them on Facebook. I haven't met them in person yet, but I would love to sometime. So please let them know if they ever want to do a story or something, especially as we head to clear the shelters, which happens later in the summer. I would love to go out there and do some kind of story and draw attention to what they're doing.
All right. I'll talk to them about it.
That's so amazing. So how many people of the ones whose hands I can see or whose faces I can see, how many of you have pets?
Right here.
Yeah, that's a lot of us, right? So I have 2 cats. One of them, they're not down here right now. One of them has 3 legs. Her name is Nell. And it's Nel, and it stands for not enough legs. That's the name she came with. I didn't give her the name, but it stuck. And then my other cat's name is Phoebe. And then I have some other pets. Can you guess what they are? I'm going to walk outside right now and I'm going to show you guys.
Dogs.
Dogs.
Does
Not
Phoebe
dogs.
does Phoebe have friends?
Phoebe has her sister Nell. So she plays with Nell, and then she plays with my little girls. Can anyone guess what my other pets are?
No.
Rabbits,
Ducks.
No. Okay, ready?
chickens, roosters.
Rooster.
That's so
Roosters.
cool.
My cousins have roosters too.
Wow.
Aren't they beautiful? These are my chickens, guys.
Wow.
We have 16 chickens,
What?
and they're all hens. There's no roosters because we're not allowed to have roosters where I live because they make noise. But they're our chickens. They're our pets, and they also obviously help us get fresh food. And this is the nesting box. Look, one of my chickens is laying an egg right now.
Oh my goodness.
And look at that. There's 3 fresh eggs right here. And you know what's so cool about this? So I don't know if you can see, but one of these eggs is brown, see? And the other one is like this light blue color.
Wow.
And so chicken eggs can be all different colors depending on the breed of the chicken. Did you know that?
No.
So the chickens lay all different like shades of brown, white, blue, even green. Chickens can have green eggs. So see how they're all different kind of colors and breeds? That's what determines the color of the egg they lay. I thought that was pretty cool. So it's kind of like having Easter eggs without having to dye them. And then this is my backyard. And this is our vegetable garden here. So my little girls love to take care of their gardens, and I do a lot of flower gardening. That's one of my favorite hobbies. It's very therapeutic for me. I love it. And so pets are a big part of my life. And I feel very passionate about helping animals because I think they give us so much unconditional love. And so I have a platform through my job to be able to help. And that's what I do. So let me just open up the window here again. View gallery. There we go. Clear the shelters. Katie says clear shelters is typically in August. Yes, a lot of shelters take part. There's dozens every year that participate in clear the shelters. So this year, I believe it will be in August as well. And Angie asked, where is clear the shelters? So clear the shelters is it happens at dozens of locations throughout the state. Whatever shelters sign up to be part of it, they are a participating location on that special day. And then typically you can tune in that morning and we'll have live TV coverage of it. So I'll
It's on the website, correct, Heidi?
Yeah, so there's cleartheshelters.com, and that's for like the nationwide. And then on NBCConnecticut.com, you can just search Clear the Shelters. And as the event gets closer, it'll have all the shelter partners listed there. So, the one thing I wanted to talk with you all about, because this is a group of global messengers and representatives for Special Olympics, and this is the leadership, right? Leadership training. I was thinking about that, like what's the most, I know you hear from so many amazing speakers, and you probably get a lot of pointers on public speaking, right? And overcoming nerves. And I will tell you that even the pros in broadcasting and television still get nervous. And if you're not nervous, I think nerves are a good thing because it shows you care, right, about the outcome. And one of my little tricks that I use sometimes when I do feel nervous about, a story or something I'm doing, is I try to interpret that nervous feeling. I tell myself, okay, that's excitement. I'm not nervous, I'm excited. And I kind of flip that switch in my brain. And so I feel the butterflies and I feel the adrenaline. I might feel a little shaky, but I choose to trick myself into thinking that it's excitement, and having that positive mindset helps me a lot, to feel more confident. And another thing that's really important to remember is deep breaths, breathing, right? When we're up there and we're speaking in front of people, taking a moment just to breathe and be grounded, because as we get nervous and our voice gets up into our throat and right? Breathing can reset, and smiling just instantly and naturally will relax you. But the biggest thing by far that I wanted to tell you that I think is the most important quality of leadership in any way is authenticity. And that means just being your genuine self. So one thing you might notice when you turn on the TV and you watch me in the morning, I don't talk like a news anchor. Like if you ever see a news anchor in a movie or on TV or cartoon, then they talk like this. Hi, my name is Heidi Voight, and you're watching NBC Connecticut. Talk like that. You know why? Because we don't talk like that in real life, right? Do you ever have a conversation with one of your friends and you ask them, hey, did you see the new episode of Stranger Things? And they'll say, well, yes, I did, and it was great. No, they don't talk like that, right? So I just talk how I talk on television. First of all, it's a lot easier. It takes a lot less effort to do, but also because people connect with it. And I hear that from so many people when I go out in the community. They're like, you know what? I appreciate that you just talk like a real person, and they can understand you better and they can relate to you better. And it kind of takes down that wall of, we don't have to fake it anymore. I mean, back in the day, decades ago, that's how things were. They were more formal and buttoned up. But these days, I feel like people just want realness and authenticity. And so that's what I try to bring to what I do. And part of that is also sharing. I've been very open about just my struggles in life and things that I've been through growing up with divorced parents. And my family, we lost our home when I was 15. And I've been through a lot of ups and downs in my life. And I've been very open about that because I feel like there's a quote that I really love, and it's called comparison. It says, comparison is the thief of joy. When we start to compare ourselves to others, we can start to feel bad about ourselves. Well, that person, does this better than me, or, we can't let ourselves go there. We have to remember that so much of what we see in the media, so much of what we see on social media, especially, is the highlight reel of people's lives. And oftentimes they're just showing you all the good parts, right? We all have good, bad, ugly, everything in between. And I've been very open on social media and just in general about things I struggle with, because I think people need to know that they're not alone. Nobody's perfect, and that's more than okay. And I think that in the last 2 years, it's been a hard time for a lot of people with COVID and the isolation, right? And it's been scary, and there's been a lot going on. But I think that it's more okay now to say, hey, I'm not okay. It's okay to not be okay sometimes, right? And to admit, like, I need a little help. I'm kind of struggling. And that's so important. So authenticity, I think, just being yourself, having that confidence in knowing who you are is more than enough. and no one else. You don't have to sound a certain way. You don't have to act a certain way. You don't have to be the version of, you know, a news anchor you think people expect. You just need to be you, because it's the easiest thing to do. And because each and every one of you has a very unique purpose on this planet. I believe, I know in like every fiber of my being, you guys, like every single person on this planet has a reason to be here and a purpose to fulfill. And you just have to know that in your heart of hearts, and just be yourself and show up and be genuine. And I mean, what an amazing opportunity you all have to spread the message of Special Olympics too, because I can tell it's something that you're also passionate about, right? And when people sense that passion and that love coming from you, that message hits home in a big way. So just be yourself and be genuine, and it'll pay off. It served me well in my career, and I know it'll serve you well too. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, Kimberly asked, did I enjoy my experience with Torch Run, and would you do it again? Yes, I love Torch Run, and yes, I will absolutely do it again. I will do it every year for as long as they'll have me. But Kim, I will tell you that after taking 2 years off for the pandemic, it was really hard this year. We ran like almost 4 miles in Canton with those police, and those police officers were strong and fast, and I was struggling. So at one point I got up on the back of the truck and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna sit up here so I can take better video. But really I'm taking a break because I haven't been running as much lately. But I'm getting back to it. I love Torch Run. It's so awesome.
Angie, did you have a question, Angie? I see your hand up.
Yeah, I had a question about your chicken. Like, how do you know when they are ready to hatch?
Oh, that's a great question, Angie. So this is, okay, I love talking about chickens, so I'm so glad you asked this. So I'll go back out to the chickens to talk about chickens. So none of these eggs will ever grow into baby chickens because there's not a rooster. The eggs, it takes a rooster to fertilize the egg, basically. And all my chickens are hens. So hi, honeys. What are you doing? Come here. Does anyone want to come say hi? Who wants to come say hi? Come here. Penny. Where's my Pearl? Come here, Pearl. Hold on. Let's see if they're all running away. They're like, we don't want to be on camera. Penny. Hi, Alice. Here. Can you talk to them? Hello. Hello. That's Pearl. She's one of my favorites. See how big she is?
Hey, Pearl.
Yeah. See, her feet have feathers on them.
Wow.
So her breed is called a light Brahmas. So none of the eggs will hatch because there's not a rooster. But typically, if you're on like a farm and they have hens and roosters, the eggs can be fertilized and the hen will sit on them, I believe, for like 21 days or so before they hatch. But these eggs they'll never become baby chickens because there's no roosters. So they're just laying eggs to eat. Hang on one second. This is,
Oh my God.
this is Goldie.
What's her last name? Hawn?
Yes, it is actually. So her name is Goldie Hawn.
Goldie Hawn?
Her name is Goldie Hawn, and I named her that because she's gold. And her breed is Buff Orpington. That's the name of the breed. Hi, Goldie.
Cool.
You're a sweet girl. And Buff Orpingtons are known for being very
Whoa.
Looks a little like an egg color.
Oh,
they're
It's like a little
known
like
for
an egg.
oh,
Yeah,
excited.
looks like an egg color. Very nice.
So they're known. Oh, Buff Orpingtons are known for being very sweet and docile. And so, but I have other breeds that, like this one, her name is Lady. the white one, and she's a
Wow.
leghorn, and they're known for being not so friendly. And so I've never held her because she won't let me. She'll run away from me every single time. So yeah. So bye guys.
What's a leghorn?
It's just a different breed of chicken. Like, you know, there's different kinds of dogs, like a golden retriever or a pit bull or German Shepherd. It's just different breeds of chickens.
I thought it was something that she did. You know?
Oh no. Although, isn't there like a cartoon character named Foghorn Leghorn? Isn't that from like
Probably. I think so.
Tunes,
Probably.
I think.
Yeah.
So that's a great question. So yeah, so we unfortunately won't get any baby chicks that way. So if we want more baby chicks, we just go to like a farm where they have them, or Tractor Supply where they sell baby chicks. So someone on their iPhone, it doesn't have your name, it just says iPhone. How does it feel to wake up very, very early in the morning for your job?
That was me.
Oh, okay. Who is that? Let's see.
Carly.
Oh, hey. So yeah, it's not easy, guys. Like, even when I worked a 9-to-5 job, I still had a hard time getting up in the morning. I don't like alarms. I love to sleep, and so it's hard. But once I'm and up and running, like, and I get to work and I'm with the guy, then I have to go. I drink my coffee, you know, maybe do like a few push-ups, get my pumping. But once I'm there in the studio, and I like the most important part of my day that gets me through the tiredness, because some nights I only get like 5-6 hours of sleep, because by the time I get my kids to bed, get their things ready for school, get my things ready, you know, sometimes I'm not in bed till like 9:30 and I'm up at 2:30, right? But once I'm there and Ted and Bob start making me laugh, you guys know Bob Maxon, how funny he is on TV. He's even funnier during the commercial breaks. And so there have been times where we have made each other laugh. Justin, you probably saw this video on my Facebook page a couple weeks ago where Ted were laughing so hard we were crying.
Yeah.
And couldn't even, and so they had to go to the commercial break.
Like, was it raining outside? Was it raining outside because of your tears? Was it raining outside?
Yeah. Oh. It was raining from our tears of laughing so hard.
Yeah, they were laughing so hard.
That gives me the boost I need to get through, because it's really hard waking up that early. Because your body, there's something called circadian rhythms where your body naturally will follow the rhythm of the sun and the moon, right? So the body knows to wake up when it's light outside, sleep when it's dark. But when you wake up in the middle of the night, that's thrown off. And so there's, you know, it can make you feel extra tired.
I wake up at like 3:30 in the morning anyway for work. I work at St. Raphael's.
Oh, really? What do you do there?
I'm a garbologist.
A garbologist? I love that. Good for you.
I work in EVS. I keep everything nice and clean.
Oh, that's amazing. So St. Rapes in New Haven?
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you been there for?
23 years.
Wow, you must love it.
23 years. I love it. Yes, I really do. Yeah. Even when Yale bought us, the thing is, I still love it. It's great people and everything.
That's awesome. I'm so happy for you that you have a workplace where so let me flip the script and ask you a question. So what is it about like your job that uplifts you and keeps you, like, if you're having a bad day, what turns your day around?
Well, I work down the cellar with the people that work there, not with the patients, but I work downstairs. So it's like a soap opera down there. You know, I have to listen to the gossip. I listen to this. I listen to that. You know, I go, hurry up, guys, hurry up so I could clean this. Hurry up, you know. Ay, you know. But the thing is, wherever I go, I actually change my voice, you know. I figured, you know, hello, I'm Kermit the Frog, you know. I'm sorry, I swallowed a frog, you know. Got a little frog in my throat, you know. So
Funny.
I make songs up. I walk with I walk around with a garbage can and everything else. So I make up songs and everything else and stuff. It's kind of
you know what's so sweet? I went to my niece's 4th grade graduation the other day. And all the kids had to get up and like say a favorite memory and like what they'll love about being at the school. And one of the kids got up and she said, I want to thank all the custodians who worked so hard.
There you go. Nice. Very nice.
That was so sweet.
Very,
right?
very sweet. Very, very sweet.
You guys
Yeah.
worked so hard.
Very nice. Yeah.
I see. Is it Ryan? Do you have your hand raised? I see some hands. There you go.
Yes, I want to say something to you, Heidi. How's it going with COVID so far?
Oh, good question. So, knock on wood. So far, I haven't tested positive for COVID. I've been very careful, wearing a mask. I was working from home for 6 months. I'm vaccinated. I'm boosted. But my girls got it. My twins got COVID after Christmas. And it was really weird because I felt sick too, but I didn't test positive. And I don't know, maybe it's because I was vaccinated, but so far, thankfully, we've stayed healthy and safe, and my girls recovered very quickly. So I was very thankful for that, because when my babies were born, let me see if I can pull up a picture to show you guys. They were preemies. Do you know what that means? Yeah, so they were born 2 months early. And so they actually, for the first 45 days of their lives, they lived in the NICU at the hospital, and they had a breathing condition that affected their lungs. And so when COVID first started, I was very scared of like, oh, are they in danger? Are they going to be at higher risk? And thankfully they did okay. So let me see if I'm going to look for a picture while I'm talking to you. How about you? Have you been safe so far?
I've been safe, yes.
Good.
3 times. And I do have an unusual question to ask.
Go ahead.
My question is, do you want to do live footage for the Dream Ride this year?
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you asked about that. Okay, so hold on really quick. Before I answer that, I'm going to show you the pictures of them when they were in the NICU, okay?
Okay.
And then I'm going to answer that question. So this was right after they were born.
Oh my God.
See how little? They weighed 3 pounds. And they were born 2 months early. Oh, this is a little video. And see, they were on like the breathing tubes and everything. It was really scary, but I knew they were in good hands. They were at Connecticut Children's NICU at UConn for 45 days. And that's when I got to hold them. I didn't get to hold them right away after they were born, because they had to be rushed away to help with their breathing. And so it wasn't until that was the hardest thing I ever did in my life, was having to leave the hospital while they were still there. Look, that's the first time their daddy held them. She's like the size of a burrito from Chipotle.
Okay.
See how cute?
Yes.
So anyway, so as far as Dream Ride, it's funny you asked that question. I love Dream Ride. I've covered it as a reporter, through NBC Connecticut, but also there were a few years after I was Miss Connecticut that I worked for Trantolo and Trantolo, which is a law firm that sponsored a lot of motorcycle events. And one of the events I worked every summer was Dream Ride. So, wow. Yeah, so I got to do Dream Ride a bunch of years and hang out with the athletes. And then one of the things I've done at Dream Ride with NBC is the Unified Fishing Derby. I did that one year. Did anybody here do that? No. That was fun because I love fishing. So that was, Bo invited me to do that, and it was so much fun. And since I just figured out I can show you photos, I'm gonna pull up some pictures of some Special Olympics events I've done throughout the years, and I want you to tell me if you see anyone that you recognize. Okay. This is fun. All right, let's see. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, so Christine Lilly is a famous soccer player from Connecticut, and in 2006, yeah, she had the Lilly Awards, and look who my date was.
Oh my.
It's David Denon. And then, so, you know, when I had to get up on stage and talk. So David escorted me to the stage.
Wow.
And then when I got on stage, look what he started doing. He was flexing his muscles and dancing. He stole the show. Okay, so these pictures are from the let's see, Special Olympics holiday games.
Okay.
In 2006. So this was at the Milford Bowling Alley.
Oh, wow.
Do you bowl?
I'm a terrible bowler. I do it, but I'm not great at it. But you know, there was one year that our station had a unified bowling team.
With West Hartford.
Yeah, West Hartford, that's right. And it was, oh my goodness, my coworkers loved it. They had the best time with you guys. So maybe that's something we can start up again in the future. So this was the bowling in Milford. I don't remember what team they were, but that was awesome. And then these pictures, let's see. I don't remember. Oh, I think this was the same event. That was so much fun. And then I want to see if I have pictures of the send-off. I want to show those to you because that was a really special event. But while I'm looking, does anybody have any other questions?
I do, Heidi.
Go for it.
All right. The first question is rather funny. The second question is serious.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. So the first question is, now I follow you on Instagram, and I also follow NBC Connecticut on Instagram. How much memory does your phone have when you get off work? Because I've seen the countless number of selfies you've taken with Bob Maxon and Ted Copy after work.
Okay, that's a great question, and I don't really know the answer. This is my iPhone.
Yes.
See, I have like the cool like glitter
Yeah.
thing. I got that case because I thought my girls would love it, and they don't even care. So I just look at it like, whoa. So I don't know what the storage is, but I will show you guys. Can anybody guess how many photos I have in my iPhone? Just throw it out there.
5,000. 5,000.
More.
10,000.
10,000.
10,000?
More.
10,000. 10,000.
50,000.
20,000?
Who said 50,000?
19,000?
Who said 50?
I said 50.
Kim.
Kelly.
Kelly, you were the closest. I have 53,602.
Wow.
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 And
Wow.
most of them
Yeah.
are
Like, oh, kids.
my babies.
Oh, okay. Great.
I do the same thing with my nephews and my niece too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just so cute, and it's like you want to remember those moments, right? And I think photos are so, you know what I always think about photos? Like I love just having those memories, because when I look at them, it takes me back immediately, right? Like I can remember the time and the place and the emotions. And like, it just, one of the thoughts that always blows my mind is like, you're the only person in the world that'll ever be able to look at that album of photos and remember all those specific things, right? Isn't that crazy to think about?
And my second question is rather the serious one. I don't know if you guys followed Heidi's, watched the news earlier around the Boston Marathon type thing. Heidi, did you run the Boston Marathon?
I did run the Boston Marathon, and I'm sorry, Justin, I was just interrupted. We had someone crash the party.
Oh,
this is Phoebe.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
how
my
beautiful. How beautiful.
She is beautiful. I did run the
beautiful.
Boston. Thank you so much. She just turned 10 years old. Can you believe it? I can't believe it.
Very cool.
So I did run the marathon. I ran the Boston Marathon in 2010. And I think I have a photo of that I can show you. And I did it because I had decided, so I actually wasn't, this is kind of a long story. When I was a kid, I had really bad asthma. And so I wasn't allowed to. I wasn't allowed to participate in track and field. And sometimes I wasn't even allowed to play in gym class or recess because I had to do my breathing treatments. And so I wasn't allowed to run. So I started running later in life when my asthma got under control as a teenager. And then in my 20s, I said, you know what, I want to push myself and I want to see if I can do this. And so that's why, and I have an uncle that's run dozens of marathons and I always looked up to him. So I said, I want to see if I can do this. And so I did, and I ran the Marine Corps Marathon, the Hartford Marathon, and the Boston Marathon, my third and my last. And I'm not fast enough. In order to run Boston, you have to qualify either based on your race time, you have to be super fast, or you can run for a charity and you have to raise a certain amount of money to do that. So I feel very passionate about supporting our military and our veterans. And so I ran for an organization called Homes for Our Troops. And what they do is they build accessible homes for troops that come home with life-changing injuries. So if they're in a wheelchair, they need a wheelchair accessible home, things like that, like modifications to their home. They help with that. And so I raised $5,000 fundraising for that charity. And I ran Boston. And this is what happened when I crossed the finish line. This Marine and this airman happened to be crossing at the same time, and we all grabbed hands and we crossed the finish line of the Boston Marathon together. And I was crying because I felt proud and also because I was in a lot of pain.
They were, yeah. Because if I remember, weren't you really gassed at the end?
Oh yeah, because in Boston, they call it Heartbreak Hill. It's like mile 21 and it's uphill. And it's
cool.
So hard. It's so
That's
hard.
Cool. That's awesome.
Guys, I have found another treat, by the way. So take a look at this. I think you're going to see a familiar face here. So this was the Team USA send-off in 2006. You recognize any friends?
Oh yeah.
Allie and Christy are
Allie and Christy. That's what I'm saying.
And Betsy moved, but she used to work in our office.
Oh, where did Betsy go?
Artisan?
Angie, where did she move to?
I actually don't know.
Like Massachusetts?
Yeah, she moved to Massachusetts.
Cape Cod, I want to say. Yeah, that area.
Oh, lucky her. Here's some other friends.
Oh, him.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
There's Bobby.
Bobby, hey man.
Bobby.
Oh my God, Bobby, that is hilarious.
Wow.
I love Bobby. Bobby always used to love coming to our motorcycle events. He used to love sitting on the bikes.
Bob is is crazy.
Yeah,
we had
Christy and Allie aren't here. They're on the call. They'll see there's Christy and Lily. They'll see the recording of this.
Brian.
There's Brian on the call.
Wow.
Wow, look
Are
at
you still
Brian.
there? Yeah, he is.
Oh, Brian's on the call?
Yep, he is.
Remember that, Brian? We were so young. We were so young and carefree, Brian. What happened to us?
Oh my
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if hey, Brittany, do you have your hand raised?
Yeah.
Does Brittany have her hand raised?
I think so. Brittany, do you have a question? You can unmute yourself there. If you want to ask a question. There she goes. Go ahead, Britt.
Well, while we're waiting, I'm gonna go upstairs and see what the twins are doing. Maybe you can say hi.
Anybody else have a question?
Hi, girls. Do you want to say hi to my friends?
Yeah.
Oh, how
Yes.
adorable.
Hi.
Aw.
Can you say hi to my friends?
Hello.
Eating cake? What kind of cake?
That's so
Adorable.
That looks yummy.
That's so cool.
That looks very yummy. That looks yummy.
Yeah, nice
Mommy.
kids.
Yeah.
After this.
What are you doing?
Oh,
What? Can you tell them your name? What's your name? Your name's Tweet Tweet.
sweet, sweet.
That's Violet, and this is her sister Polly. She's watching a movie, so she's a little distracted.
Cool.
Polly, can you say hi to my friends?
Hello.
Hi.
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 What are you doing? You're eating cake?
Nice shirt.
What
Got a
kind of
rainbow on
cake
your
is it?
shirt.
Oh.
It's brown cake? And then everybody, this is my husband, David.
Oh,
Hello.
hi, David.
Hello. Hi, David.
Hello.
Hello.
David ran Torch Run last week.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Cool. Very cool.
I loved it. I had a good time.
Very
And
nice.
Danny's on the
Very
call
cool.
too. You met Danny.
I did, yes.
I think I met you before.
Yeah, we met at the torch run. Yeah, I think we met him at once before that too.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, good to see you again.
Me too.
All right, Polly, we'll let you eat your cake. Can you tell all my friends hello? Say, have a good night, friends. Can you say, go Special Olympics? Go Special Olympics.
Thank you.
Way to go.
Oh.
Violet, can you say, go Special Olympics? Can you say, go Special Olympics?
Yeah.
Well, maybe next time.
Very
We got our
nice.
dinosaurs.
Aw.
Rawr.
My nephew loves
My
the same
favorite
thing.
movie.
He loves dinosaurs too.
Wow.
They love dinosaurs. They love dinosaurs. They love nature. They love reading. They love planets. They love all kinds of cool stuff.
Wow.
So I'm glad you got to meet them.
That was awesome. That was so awesome.
Thank you.
Guys, we have only
Thank you.
5 minutes left. This is like the fastest hour ever.
Wow.
Anybody have any more questions for Heidi?
Yeah.
Albert, do you want to ask one?
Heidi, do you see Jerry Brooks and from the old days?
Jerry Brooks. So Jerry retired, and
The Brooks Files.
I haven't seen him since the pandemic, but we had, he's retired, and I'll show you what he's doing these days.
Okay.
He's doing a lot of this.
The Brooks
Playing
Files.
golf.
Oh, golfing.
Playing golf.
Nice.
Yeah, playing golf. That's what Jerry's up to, and we miss him. I was so thankful that I had the opportunity to work with him for a couple years before he retired, because he's really a legend. And so, yeah, so I'm trying to see if I can find a photo of us to show you really quick, but he's very much missed. I will tell him that you asked about him. That'll make him really happy.
Your twins girls are so cute. Your
Thank
twin
you.
girls are so cute. They are so cute.
They make me so happy, and it's, parenting is a lot of work, but it's
I used to volunteer in the daycare center.
oh yeah.
Yeah. It's
So
so
you-
cool. It's so
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, let's see. I
Yeah.
think I just
Nap time and
Has
everything.
a
It's
question
cool.
that didn't get a chance to ask one yet? Stanley?
NBC.
Go ahead, Brittany.
Yeah.
Britt?
Brittany.
What happened to Brad Field on NBC Connecticut?
Oh, Brad. So Brad is still he's not with NBC anymore, but he still lives in Connecticut. And I think he's up in Granby, I want to say. And he's still doing some weather. Brad does some forecasts. He has a podcast, and he is also really active on social media too. And then I think he calls in and does some radio stuff too. But Brad, I still message him every once in a while on social media. So I'll tell him that you were asking about him.
Wow.
Make him really happy.
Stanley, do you have a question, Stanley? Why don't you go ahead and unmute yourself?
Oh,
Stanley, can you hear me?
oh.
Oh, all right. I just wanted to recognize Brandon Knight. I think Heidi was asking about if there was any Team Connecticut members, and Brandon is with us today. Brandon did medal, and I think we're going to invite him and have him come talk about his USA Games experience. But everybody
Wow.
wanted to congratulate Brandon on his success at the USA.
Good job, Brandon.
Very good.
Good job, Brandon.
And he's going to be on NBC this Sunday morning doing an interview. So that's pretty cool.
Wow.
Details.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear that. Brandon, what sport did you compete in?
I competed in track and field.
Oh, what event?
My events was the 1500 meter, the 3000 meter, and the mixed 4x400 relay.
Wow. Oh my gosh. I'm so
What?
excited. So you're going to be on, what time can we catch you on NBC on Sunday?
On 8:45.
Okay. So I actually just filled in this past Sunday, but I won't be there this Sunday. I think it'll be Mike Massaro this possibly. Let me check. I can actually tell you right now who it's going to be because I got the schedule on my phone. Whoever it is.
Getting some insider information there.
Oh, isn't that exciting? Brandon, congratulations. What was like one of your favorite memories that you're going to take away from Florida?
Well, if I had to guess, it'd be my gold medal victory because technically we shouldn't have won the bronze, but all the other teams made mistakes and ended up giving us the gold medal.
You got a gold medal. That's incredible. Congratulations.
Wow.
Thank you.
Kyle Jones is going to be the anchor this Sunday. So that's who you're going to be talking to. She's awesome. She's our hero reporter and she's so nice. You're going to love her.
All right.
There you go.
Well, it's just coming up around 7 o'clock. Heidi, do you have any kind of parting words for us? And just a thank you to Justin for making this all possible. But Heidi, do you want to like kind of wrap it up? I know we want to be, make sure you get to bed on time. We know you got to get up early and spend time with your family. So we don't want to keep you too long, but we'd love to have you come back. It seems like we have so much more to talk about. The hour goes by so fast.
I love hanging with you guys, and Special Olympics has been such a perennial part of my life throughout all these different chapters of my life. I just seem to keep coming back to you all. And it's because just your spirit of determination and passion for what you do and your joy. You are changing the world through your mission to let people know about the importance of inclusion, the amazing lessons that sport can teach us. And you're such an important voice in this world. And please just keep doing. And remember everything I said about just being authentically you, channeling any nervousness you have and just using it to your advantage and getting out there. And all of us have a purpose. Way to make this world a better place, and if you can do that just by loving people around you and inspiring kindness, I think there's nothing more important. And whenever I'm facing a challenge in my life, I always think about the motto, let me win, but if I cannot win, let me be brave.
Be brave in the attempt.
Exactly, especially the last 2 years, and that has personally carried me through so much. So I hope you all realize what role models you are for so many people, myself included. I look up to you, and it makes my mama's heart happy to know that my girls have role models like you to look up to. So thank you.
Wow.
Beautiful words, inspiring. We're so thankful and blessed that you're part of our family, Heidi. And we can't wait to see you again.
Thank you,
We can't wait
Heidi.
to see you again.
Thank
Hopefully
you.
next time it'll be in person, right?
Thank you.
Lots of
Thank
love.
you.
Thank
Bye.
you all. Thank you all for being
Thank
so
you,
part of this
Thank
really,
you.
really
Bye.
special.
Thank you, Debbie.
See everybody
Daddy.
soon. Have a good night. Thank you.
Bye. Good night.
Enjoy your
Night.
Thank you, Heidi, very much.
Thanks,